Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the third JToH Halloween 2021 guide episode. A lot of people recognize me in the server, so that's pretty cool. Let's not waste too much time. If you want to see these three towers or these three towers, I have videos out as well. Let's start off with the Tower of Stress modifier. Like for Tower of Keyboard Eating, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do, and to be honest, I don't really have the patience to figure that out. But you can just flat wall here. If you remember from the last one, you should put your camera, you should get your character halfway through this, there's a seam in the wall here. So you should get halfway through, and then turn around and then press shift like that. It'll probably take you a couple of attempts. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you want to see the Tower of Screen Punching guide, skip to this time in the video. And for the, there we go. And for the Tower of Rage one, skip to this time. So for Tower of Stress, we need to reach floor 7 with a high camera offset. Interestingly, all three of the advanced towers, the modifiers, have something to do with the camera. Anyway, what I recommend you do for this challenge is put your view above you. That way it kind of just gives the illusion that you're zoomed out. Now you kind of have two paths when you get to right there. I like to go this way, but if you feel more comfortable going the other way, then by all means do that. This tower is pretty straightforward, and I do like this tower anyway. There's really not much to say. You'll probably be able to figure this tower out. There are some pick different paths thing, but down there, I recommend you do what I did, which was jump from there, and then down there, and then yeah. By the way, here, if you see these are slightly transparent, you may be able to see that, but basically that's going to happen. So just keep holding forward and you'll be good. Don't try to walk across here because there's a semi-transparent part right here, which is going to not let you do that. Unless you want to wall hop or something, but I mean, come on. Here, you can just jump across like that. And it's pretty easy, so I guess do that, but it doesn't really matter. On this, I recommend you go out to the top of this and then jump to here. It is possible to jump across this gap here, but still. Now you want to jump up all these and then down here. And then this, you kind of have to turn your camera a little bit, but go to the left side of this ladder, and when you get here, kind of shake your way off so that you can land right there. And then you're onto this next floor here. Here, I'd recommend you climb all the way up to the top and then turn and then press shift lock to land on there. Don't question why the timer went down. I definitely didn't fall. Anyway, there's also a shortcut here. Just do that. It's super easy and skips the entire floor. So there's literally no reason not to do it. And then I recommend you jump straight up to the second one here. Now we're onto this floor. I think, yeah, this is the final floor you have to complete for this challenge. These two platforms here fall, as you can see. So go across them carefully. Now this jump isn't too hard, but definitely be careful. Kind of do what I did there, which is kind of go back. I mean, you can turn your camera if you want. So you could do what I did there without turning your camera, or kind of do like that. Whatever you find easiest. And then there we go. That's this completed. Again, it'll show a thing here, but it won't for me because I already completed this. That's the Tower of Stress modifier completed. Now let's move on to the Tower of Screen Punching modifier. In order to find it, you see this transparent wall here. You want to come to the opposite side of that. Then you see this transparent part. You want to go through here, then outside. For this challenge, you have to reach floor 6 with a lower field of view. This is super disorienting. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like it's there's no depth perception here. It's super hard to tell how far away that is with a lower FOV than it is without a lower FOV. Okay, let me restart this. If you're gonna do this modifier and you're having trouble, then even though it may seem like a waste of time, I would recommend you kind of attempt the tower without the modifier if you haven't already. If you're not familiar with the tower, then probably attempting it. You don't necessarily have to complete it, but getting an idea of how it works will absolutely help you. Anyway, you can go on this. There are a bunch of different routes here, but I think going here and then going on the corner of here, then doing that works. Then you can jump on top of this, and yeah. I recommend you zoom your view a lot out and look straight down. That's probably the easiest for this. Now here you can jump up to this platform here. It is falling, so keep that in mind. Now go across these. And yeah, there are shortcuts on this first floor and a half or whatever it is, other than the two that I showed off, jumping from the corner of that part and jumping on top of that other one. I wouldn't necessarily recommend taking any of the other ones. This jump's kind of hard, but not really. On a side note, I do think it would be really cool if JToH did add an option to zoom in. That'd be really cool for screenshots or just making a cinematic video. Look how cinematic this is. Cinematic intensifies. You can take the shortcut here. I was able to make it when I attempted it, but probably I would just recommend going the normal route. If you don't know, there's a invisible stud right there that you can jump across this gap with, kind of like on Tower of Heck. These platforms, these 2x4x1s, they all fall, so go across them quickly. We have a wraparound, then another one, then do this. That jump might look hard, but it's really not. Now another tightrope. These are kind of large tightropes, so You don't have to be extremely careful. Now these one studs here are falling. You can use greater than less than to align your view if you want to. Here, I know I was doing those sideways a second ago, but go forwards. It's easier if you do that. Now right here, if you see that like misaligned part, that's a falling part. And it has been for a while, but I think they just recently fixed that, so it actually falls properly. Now this is kind of a long jump. It's actually not really. Like I landed like right there, but still I recommend treating it like one, since it's really hard to tell how far away it is. Now this spells out lol, if you didn't already know that. No! Oh wait, I caught it. Okay, good. I fell again, but I'm just about back. There is a slightly visible platform here, but again, with this challenge, I just recommend taking the normal route, as I did a minute ago. There we go. I think that was the jump I failed. Anyway, now we're onto these hanging platforms. I recommend going forward like that. And for this truss walk, just hold W and D. And then here, sideways is the way to go, I like to anyway. Then do that. Then there's no falling platforms across here, but we can make an epic cinematic thing. After you jump up these, then you have one more jump, and then you're onto the final floor of this challenge. Although it is this entire floor, so yeah. But it's pretty easy, actually. Now, there is like a drop-off right at the end that you normally don't, that normally doesnn't happen. What? Well, it's fine. I didn't lose too much progress. So just jump when you get near the end. Honestly, you should do that anytime there's an invisible path like that, just in case. Then jump across the tops of here. I would recommend. You can shortcut and then go across this one stud beam here. I recommend going to the right here, and then jump to here, down here, and then do that. Then you can just climb up this. You can turn your camera to the side to see what's going on. Up here, just jump on top, and then this is basically the end of this challenge. So I recommend you align your view. Make sure your cursor is over this green platform over on this other side. As you can see, that means I'm actually like aligned with it. And then the reason you can't just really put your view above you, you can, but like the ceiling kind of blocks it. So it's kind of harder to see. Anyway, I recommend you align your view and then do this, but don't look so far up. Okay, well that worked, so whatever. Just make sure you can actually really see what you're doing. Then I'm pretty sure this gives you chocolate screens. That's what the candy it gives you. But of course, I already got it, like I've said, like every time. Finally, that leaves us with Tower of Rage. The modifier, I'm pretty sure all the ones up until this point have actually been outside the tower, but this one is inside. So the spawn is over here. You want to come through here. It says, starting from floor 4, reach floor 7 with your camera slowly spinning around you. So what you can kind of do to not make your camera spin so much is like, hold down right click and then move your mouse kind of to counteract that movement. Oh, I guess if you fall, then it does that. Because I didn't actually fall the first time I did this, not to flex or anything. Thank goodness these are the only tight ropes you really have to do for this challenge. Imagine if you had to do the final floor, which is like just tight ropes, with this. That would be crazy. Okay, I fell again. But yeah, you can kind of just skip the tight ropes here. Since you just get sent back, there's not much to lose here. So you can kind of just play it risky right there. You want to keep turning your camera around to face where the things are coming from, which is in alternating directions, as you can see. Then you want to jump to here. Now obviously you're going to want to take that shortcut. It's super easy and there's like no reason not to, because it skips this section down here, which is over a GBJ. Now here the best strat is to jump on where they kind of align, where the platforms kind of align, like right here. So you can see those kind of aligned right there, so I want to jump here. There we go. Okay, maybe I should have done a different one, but it's fine. The platforms after it are falling, by the way, so keep that in mind. Now this part, don't rush it. There's literally no reason to do that. Then you can jump on one of these hanging platforms. There used to only be 2 here, but they added a bunch more, so that's good. This isn't as annoying and slow. Now once you get here, try to jump on there with shift lock. But don't turn on shift lock for too long, because it'll spin you with the camera, because your camera is spinning. Oh, by the way, these are can't collide fall, so don't worry about them knocking you off. And now I have this shadow section. Here's what I recommend doing. Well, go like face first into it, and then when you get like about this angle, kind of do that, and let the spinning kind of help you wrap around the wraparound. If you're confused on what's going on, it's basically where these 2 platforms meet. There's an invisible platform there, if that makes sense. Now I have like a cross-shaped one right here. Go to the edge of this platform like so. Press space. You should hopefully go into climbing animation. Try to press it quickly so that it doesn't like bounce you back off. Then when you see your character like do that, try to turn on shift lock and then get like on here. Now jump on top, just like that. Then jump here. These like 1 studs, they definitely are a little bit harder. They're pretty easy in my opinion. And here we go. The candy it gives you here is spinnies, like Smarties, but spinnies. And there we go. That's the next 3 tower modifier guides for the Halloween event. I've literally been dream speedrunning, making videos on this like all day. I hope these have helped you, and the next 2 should be coming out soon. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.